Hi, so we're going to take a look at Numpy arrays in Python. And we are going to use a Jupyter Notebook. We're inside of IBM's Big Data University because they provide access to the Jupyter Notebook online. You could do this Jupyter Notebook on your computer anywhere where you have access. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click Jupyter Notebook. In the search box, we're going to paste in the URL of the Python notebook we're using. This is from Git. It's hosted on GitHub, but it will import it right into here. Okay, we're going to choose the Python 3 interpreter. Okay, so Numpy is a really great library for doing math inside of Python. Okay, it's widely used. And NumPy arrays are a great alternative to Python lists. They do all sorts of things, okay, that Python lists don't do. So NumPy is really like, between NumPy and Pandas, those two libraries are kind of, they're indispensable when dealing with data in Python. So, and understanding NumPy's arrays is fundamental to understanding NumPy and Pandas. Okay, so we're going to talk about NumPy arrays a little bit. Okay, so first we have here, and this is just a beginning level thing. It should be really easy. All right, so we have two lists, height and weight. Okay, and then we're going to import NumPy as NP. Okay, and you see this a lot. Okay, importing NumPy as NP. So essentially, instead of typing out NumPy all the time, if we use this as, basically we just call it NP in our code, all right? Okay, now we're going to convert. Okay, so we take NP underscore height equals, and then we're basically feeding in our height array into this NumPy array. We're casting it as a NumPy array, right? We're converting the list into a NumPy array, and we're storing that NumPy array in the two variables, right? NP height and NP weight. Okay, now this is the first time that in Python we're using things between cells. Okay, so we're creating this NumPy array here in this cell. Okay, but then we can still reference it. So the variables that we're making and the imports that we're doing in the Jupyter Notebook are common to all cells in the notebook. Okay, so once we make this variable in this cell, we can still access this variable here in this next cell. So notice that we're calculating body mass index, right? So BMI. Okay, so we're taking the NP weight divided by NP height times 2. Okay, so we're doing, and these are and usually they default to element-wise calculations. That means that the first element in weight, okay, 81.65, is being divided by the first element in height, 1.87, okay, to the second. So we're squaring 1.87, and we do 81.6 divided by 1.87 squared. Okay, and that's how we're getting this first value here. Okay, so notice the shape of the arrays, right? So the shape is going to be, essentially we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. Okay, so we have a 1 by 6 array. Sorry, a 6 by 1 array. I always get mixed up on these. Let's do shape. Okay, so let's go ahead and print. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and print the shape on both of these. Okay, so because I don't want to give you guys the wrong information here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so NP height is a vector. Okay, so it has no dimension. All right, so it's 6 by 1. It's a okay, it's a one-dimensional array with 6 objects, right? Okay. Okay, so okay, and this you get into later on. This is important. The fact that this has no, it has no one there, right? Like, so it's not a 6 by 1 array. It's a 6 by nothing array, right? Okay. So we'll get, you don't need to get into that right now though, right? So, okay. So, anywho, they both have 6 elements. Okay. And that's important, right? Because you're doing element wise calculations here. Okay. And element wise just means the first element is calculated with the first element, second element calculated with the second element. All right. Subsetting. Okay, another great feature of NumPy array is the ability to subset. For example, if you want to know which observations in our BMI array are above 23, we could quickly subset it to find out. Okay. So now we're only getting values that are greater than 23, right? Okay. It seems a little odd that all of our values were greater than 20. Let's make greater than 24. How about that? We'll see some. Okay, there we go. Subset it, right? So we get less values. We get some of the values in our subset. Okay. All right, so we have this weight.kg, okay, and in our exercise here, we're just going to convert it into a NumPy array. Okay, and then we're going to do a scalar conversion of 2.2 pounds per kilogram, okay, to make your conversion. And then finally, we're going to print the resulting array of weights in pounds. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here. As you take your first, you're going to dip your toes into the NumPy array. Okay. All right. So I'll pause the video and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so at this point, you should have paused it. You should be ready to go. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to convert, right? So we're going to do, just exactly what we did before, right? We're going to use that np.array. So remember, our import is already done. This is actually not necessary here, this additional import that they've done. So let's go ahead and take that out, because I'm sure, it probably doesn't harm anything, but we just want to get used to importing one time in our notebooks. Okay, so we got this weight underscore kg. Okay, so all went well. We executed it. So we have this NumPy weight underscore kg, right? Okay, the next thing we're going to do is remember we do element wise. Okay, so we take this, we call it NumPy weight, let's call it pounds, right? Okay, NumPy weight kg. We're going to multiply it by 2.2. Okay, scalar value, right? Okay, so we're going to multiply a scalar value by each element in the array. And then we're going to go ahead and print out the resulting array. Okay, so we went ahead and scaled the value, right? So 81.65 is going to be 179.63 pounds. All right, so double check that you were able to do that, that you got out the correct values. And once you do, you are all finished. Make sure you understand about converting to NumPy arrays. NumPy arrays is kind of a deep issue. To be honest with you, you saw me kind of struggling with the shape of the array. I have to be honest, I use them. I too have a lot to learn on NumPy arrays, to be quite honest with you. A lot of the nuances I just I'm still struggling with myself. So we are all learning all the time. So once you have your exercise complete here, let's go ahead and print out the results. So File, Print Preview, and then we're going to Control P and Print to File. And you're going to save your PDF and upload it to your LMS. Good luck.